Hey everybody, Bo here. Guess what? We finally made it to the Philippines after 2 years of trying to get here. So I'm going to give you an update in this video of everything that's been going on. So right before the pandemic started, about almost 2 weeks to a week before we were about to leave, the Philippines got shut down and the whole world pretty much got shut down, and it's been kind of frustrating. And then after that, all my travel plans locally seemed to get screwed up one way or another. But we made it, and it is April while I am filming this. And you had to jump through a lot of hoops. You have to be fully vaccinated if you're a U.S. citizen, or as they say, a foreigner. If you are a Filipino citizen or dual citizen, you have to be fully vaccinated. If you're not fully vaccinated, you have to quarantine for 5 days. But my wife is a dual citizen. We are both fully vaccinated. The other thing we had to do was get health insurance for this trip. And right before we leave, you have to do what's called a One Health Pass. And that is to prove that you're fully vaccinated. Plus, you have to take a test 48 hours to 24 hours before you leave to get negative COVID results. It is really stressful because you're down to the wire, down to the last 2 days. Everything is paid for, your tickets, your accommodations, and then if you test positive, then what? I had a backup plan for everything except that. But luckily for us, it all went smooth. We entered the Philippines no problem, and it actually was pretty good. The only other thing that was kind of a bummer is we originally were scheduled on EVA Airlines to go through Taiwan, and it got canceled about a month before we were about to leave because the Philippines opened up and Taiwan didn't open up, so they weren't going to start flying back in until May. So I had a book on Qatar Airlines, and I've never gone that way. It was extremely a long trip. So we had to fly from Denver to Philly, and then from Philly to Doha in the Middle East in Qatar, and then from Qatar to Cebu in the Philippines where we are now. And let's see, from Philly to Doha was about a 14-hour flight, 15-hour flight, and then from Doha to Cebu was another 9-hour flight with an 8-hour layover in between. So it was a long, enduring flight, and of course things always don't go smoothly. So when we were on the flight from Philly to Doha, the 14-hour flight, hit a little bit of turbulence, and I ended up getting vertigo in the last 3 hours, where my head started to spin a little, started to get really nauseous, and it was not a fun time. And then when we did get off in Doha in the Middle East, the airport is unbelievable. It's like a big mall. And luckily they had a pharmacy, and the pharmacist gave me some pills to get rid of that, and it knocked it right out. And so I was very fortunate, because it was a little touch and go there of what that next flight, 9-hour flight, was going to be like. So anyway, we're here, we made it, and we are staying at the Padgett Place Condos. I rented it for a month. And you can get a condo here for about $900 a month, give or take. You can spend more, you can spend less, depending on your accommodations. But let me show you the view. spectacular. My only complaint is when I booked this condo, the main reason I booked it, it was supposed to have a balcony, and it does not. And the reason I wanted a balcony is I like outside space, I like outside air. I'm not a big air conditioner person, only when I need it to sleep. And the main reason was so I could open the door and shoot out without any windows or obstructions. It's difficult to shoot through windows because of reflections and dirt and everything else. And there were some great storms on the first couple nights here, and unfortunately I wasn't able to shoot them. But other than that, the condo is fantastic. It has everything we need. It's perfect. And I'm really glad that we booked it. That would be my only problem. But there is a deck up on top that I'm going to try and shoot from, and I'll show you that a little later. But it did get hit pretty bad by the typhoon, so they haven't really opened it yet. They're still cleaning it up after 3 or 4 months, and hopefully before we check out of here, I'll be able to get up there and at least get some panoramic shots and some time lapse or whatever it is that I want to do, and I can share that with you. But I wanted to update you on that, and it's just been a couple stressful years, and you know, for everybody, you know, I'm sure everybody's plans have gotten screwed up and things just haven't gone right, but we're trying to turn all that around, and we are so happy to be here. We're having a fantastic time. And hopefully I will show you more of this trip in videos to come after this. So I'm going to show you a little bit of the condo and the building. And then in the next videos I'll show you some other stuff. So, alright, so here is the elevator area I just wanted to show you. We are up on the 12th floor. The hallways are nothing special. And here's the kitchen area. It's got everything we need. I like it because it's got a rice cooker, stove. All right, here is the living room area. Like I said, the view is pretty spectacular. And the kitchen. And this is the best part for us because we're able to cook and just go to the current area and pick up some already cooked food and microwave it. If we can cook breakfast, that's been nice. Got a rice cooker, which my wife really enjoys, water. Everything you really need. The stove's great. It's even got a microwave, which is pretty rare in the Philippines. It's kind of a scary microwave because it doesn't turn off automatically. It just keeps on going, and so you got to make sure you turn it off because if you have anything if you don't have anything in there, it can burn out the microwave. I learned that at home the hard way. But this condo has everything we need, and we've really been enjoying it. And let me show you the bathroom. And it is a little bit lived in because, like I said, we've been here just a little bit. So there is that. So if you're ever thinking about coming to the Philippines, we are in Cebu, which is a great base because you can do a lot of things from here. So Sunday we are gonna go island hopping, so I will share that with you. Hopefully the videos will come out all right. Here is the pool area, so it's got a great pool. It even has a little kiddie area, play area down there. So it is another tall building in Cebu. It is 26 floors high. And this is a third floor viewing deck. Now the listing on this condo said that the one we're in had a balcony outside patio. And when I confronted the owner, he said, oh, they must have been referring to the one on the third floor. Well, 9 floors down doesn't cut it. That doesn't make it part of the property, it's part of the room, maybe part of the amenities, but not the room. But anyway, you know, you have to get over these things. It's the way it always goes, you know. But I have pulled a couple good shots out of here. Hopefully I will get a bunch more before we leave. But Cebu is turning into a world-class city. And one thing we like is this place is close to Ayala, which is a super big mall. Puts most malls in the US to shame. And a lot of choices for food there. And then there's a Carinteria area, which is, you know, Filipinos, everybody has their own little business. Everybody cooks food and sells it. Real inexpensive. That's what my wife likes the most, and I will show you that in another video on how that operates and how you go about doing that if you like eating street food, which is super cheap, but pretty cool. Big building. Just love this tree. It's got to be super old. They must have built around it. And here is the gym, which I've been kind of enjoying. Been coming in here and riding what I call Life Cycle. It's a different brand here, but it's great. Got weights. They do classes. I also like the stair stepper. I'm not a big treadmill person. And some weights. So the amenities are really good. Location is good. And they also have internet in here and next door in the business center, which I'll show you later because there's some kids in there. And bathrooms.